Hello! In this video I'm giving my Carolina Skiff here a big refresh after winter storage. I'll be trying out some new polishing products to restore the badly oxidized hull, replacing some worn out trailer parts, and upgrading the interior with seadek foam padding. Let's get started, come on. The first step is giving the boat a thorough scrubbing. I'm using boat wash soap and a long handled brush to tackle the dirt and grime. The next task is to use a rubbing compound for heavy oxidation. I applied it as recommended with the brush. A polishing wheel is the best tool for this job. I couldn't be happier. One quick pass with the buffing wheel and the polishing compound yielded a huge difference from the crappy, over-oxidized, hazy-looking finish to this nice blue finish. I'm super stoked so far. Look how the hull turned out after I followed that rubbing compound with the boat polish. I mean, look at that shine. As always, there were a few areas that didn't get quite clean enough with soap and scrubbing alone, so I'm going to try these Better Boat Company boat erasers that are normally used for scuffs, but I'm going to try them right here around my hatches where there's a lot of mold and mildew built up, and some of these areas that get pretty dark and dank, as well as right around the engine bay. The directions are pretty clear. You just have to wet them, squeeze them, and then scrub. These boat erasers were super effective at getting rid of built-up stains and abrasive scuff marks. Nice. Another thing I like about them is that they crush down and fit in some areas that the brush can't really get into around the nooks and crannies of, gauges and areas near hoses and around the engine bay, etc. They're great. I'm definitely going to be using these again. And they last a decent amount. Some of these things like magic erasers that fall apart really easily kind of leave me wishing that they were more durable. But these, so far this one's held up pretty well. A little wear and tear, but I just scrubbed the heck out of some areas with it and it stood up. After the boat was clean, I put on some new trailer wheels and tires. Next I'm going to install this trailer winch. The stock one is in pretty rough shape after years of saltwater exposure. It's a bolt-on item, so setup and installation is pretty simple. After installing the handle, all that's left is to line up the hardware and tighten up your bolts. Before we move through the rest of this project, I want to thank Better Boat Company for sponsoring this video. They offer a wide range of products for boat owners, both things we use every day and things we need for maintenance. A lot of products I've used in this video came from them. If you're looking to freshen up your own boat, check out the link in my description. Next up is changing the fuel filter. You'll want to do this at least once a year. Wow. Look how junky that looks. I'm going to go ahead and pour this just to see how it settles out. That is not what gas is supposed to look like, my friends. Yeah, this was overdue. Now I'm ready to apply a seadek product for both looks and functionality and comfort. I used a roll of paper to make a template for my seadek material. Then I transferred the paper and used a utility knife to make the cuts. Quick disclaimer. Think about when you're cutting this, think about how it's going to be laid out, because I just cut this upside down. Yep, this stuff is pretty expensive. It fits just right like this. I'm going to have to salvage it by flipping it over and using it on the other side. The other side has a gas cap and different segments, so it doesn't quite match up. I have too much. So it's a little wasteful. Don't make the same mistake I did. There you go. With my seadek piece now cut, I'm going to go ahead and pour some denatured alcohol in a rag and give the surface a clean so I get maximum adhesion. Now that I've cut my seadek, check fit it twice, everything's ready to go. All that's left is to remove the adhesive backing, which is very strong, very tacky, and to set this down. It's handy to take the backing off on one side, one end of what you're doing in a piece shaped like this. Pull the backing down, adhere it down, and then to carefully pull your backing and adhere the piece from one side to another so you don't get any weird sticky areas that connect before you're ready. seadek can stretch a bit during application, so be careful not to pull it too hard when setting it down. When I anchor down the edges of seadek, I start applying pressure from the middle and move towards the perimeter to avoid any potential for air pockets or bubbles. I went ahead and pre-cut all of my fitted pieces, and all that is left now after cleaning will be careful placement. The final step is very important. To maintain a good seal, I caulk all of the cut edges. The final upgrade in the Skiff makeover is replacing the outboard motor emblems. I used a degreaser spray to remove the adhesive so that these things stay on for a long time. I purchased a set of Evinrude E-Tech factory logos from the dealer, and I'm going to go ahead and apply them to my degreased and clean surface now. It's nice that they come double-sided. When I peel the adhesive backing off, I can apply that, and then there's this paper tape front that just allows you to peel that off and leave the emblem behind. Oh, that is so satisfying. Wow, that looks sharp. So she's still wet, but here's the reveal. I got to show you all how this turned out. I can barely believe the difference a polished hull can make. The seadek and new emblems turned out really well too. Okay guys, don't forget to check out betterboat.com, and I'll see you in the next video.